Good day, everyone. In our previous lesson, we learned that the person is the basic unit of the community. Today, we will focus on the family, which the Constitution recognizes as the basic autonomous social institution. Families play a crucial role in shaping individuals, transmitting values, and promoting social stability. Since communities are composed of families, strong families contribute to strong communities and, ultimately, a strong nation. Let us now examine how Philippine law recognizes and protects the family. Let us first read Section 12, Article 2 of the 1987 Constitution. The state recognizes the sanctity of family life and shall protect and strengthen the family as a basic autonomous social institution. It shall equally protect the life of the mother and the life of the unborn from conception. The natural and primary right and duty of parents in the rearing of the youth for civic efficiency and the development of moral character shall receive the support of the government. This constitutional provision emphasizes the importance of the family in Philippine society. First, the Constitution recognizes the sanctity or sacredness of family life. Second, it directs the state to protect and strengthen families. Third, it recognizes the rights and duties of parents in raising their children. The government, therefore, has the responsibility to support parents in the upbringing and moral development of the youth. For example, laws on education, child protection, and family welfare are intended to support families in performing their responsibilities. This provision highlights that the family is not merely a private matter but a social institution essential to national development. Let us now read Article 216 of the Civil Code. The family is a basic social institution which public policy cherishes and protects. This article reinforces the constitutional recognition of the family. The law considers the family as the foundation of society. Because of its importance, public policy seeks to protect and preserve family relationships. For example, many laws provide benefits and protection to families, such as maternity benefits, parental leave, and child protection laws. The protection of families promotes social stability and strengthens communities. Article 217. Family relations shall include those: 1. Between husband and wife. 2. Between parent and child. 3. Among other ascendants and their descendants. 4. Among brothers and sisters. This article identifies the relationships recognized as family relations under the Civil Code. These include the relationship between spouses, between parents and children, among grandparents and grandchildren, and among siblings. For example, the relationship between a mother and her child is a family relation. Likewise, the relationship between grandparents and grandchildren is also considered a family relation. The law recognizes these relationships because family members have corresponding rights and responsibilities toward one another. Article 218. The law governs family relations. No custom, practice, or agreement which is destructive of the family shall be recognized or given any effect. This article means that family relationships are governed primarily by law. Any custom, tradition, or agreement that destroys or weakens the family will not be recognized by the state. For example, an agreement between spouses to permanently abandon their family responsibilities cannot be legally enforced because it is contrary to public policy. Similarly, customs that violate the dignity and welfare of family members cannot prevail over the law. This article reflects the state's commitment to preserving family unity and stability. Article 219. Mutual aid, both moral and material, shall be rendered among members of the same family. Judicial and administrative officials shall foster this mutual assistance. This provision emphasizes the duty of family members to help one another. Mutual aid includes both moral support and material assistance. Moral support may involve providing encouragement, advice, comfort, and emotional support. Material support may include financial assistance, food, clothing, shelter, or educational support. For example, adult children may assist elderly parents who are no longer capable of supporting themselves. Likewise, parents are expected to provide for the needs of their children. The law recognizes that families function best when members support one another during times of need. Article 220. In case of doubt, all presumptions favor the solidarity of the family. Thus, every intendment of law or facts leans toward the validity of marriage, the indissolubility of the marriage bonds, the legitimacy of children, the community of property during marriage, the authority of parents over their children, and the validity of defense for any member of the family in case of unlawful aggression. This article expresses the principle that the law favors family solidarity. Whenever there is doubt, the law generally interprets facts in a manner that strengthens rather than weakens family relationships. For example, when the validity of a marriage is questioned, the law generally presumes that the marriage is valid unless proven otherwise. Similarly, the law generally presumes that children born during marriage are legitimate. This provision demonstrates the state's policy of preserving family unity and stability. Article 221. The following shall be void and of no effect. 1. Any contract for personal separation between husband and wife. 2. Every extrajudicial agreement, during marriage, for the dissolution of the conjugal partnership of gains or of the absolute community of property between husband and wife. This article declares certain agreements void because they undermine the institution of marriage and family. For example, spouses cannot simply enter into a private agreement to permanently separate without following the procedures established by law. Likewise, spouses cannot privately dissolve their property relations during marriage without complying with legal requirements. The state imposes these limitations to protect the family and prevent abuse. 3. Every collusion to obtain a decree of legal separation, or of annulment of marriage. 4. Any simulated alienation of property with intent to deprive the compulsory heirs of their legitime. Collusion refers to an agreement between spouses to deceive the court in order to obtain legal separation or annulment. The law prohibits such acts because judicial proceedings involving marriage must be based on truth and genuine legal grounds. Likewise, a person cannot pretend to transfer property merely to deprive compulsory heirs, such as children, of their rightful inheritance. For example, a parent cannot falsely sell property to a friend solely to prevent legitimate heirs from receiving their lawful share. These prohibitions protect both family integrity and the rights of family members. Finally, let us read Article 222. No suit shall be filed or maintained between members of the same family unless it should appear that earnest efforts toward a compromise have been made, but that the same have failed. This article encourages family members to settle disputes amicably before resorting to litigation. The law recognizes that lawsuits among relatives may damage family relationships. Therefore, family members are encouraged to communicate, reconcile, and attempt compromise before bringing disputes to court. For example, siblings disputing family property should first exert sincere efforts to settle the matter peacefully. Only when these efforts fail should judicial intervention be sought. This provision promotes harmony, reconciliation, and solidarity within the family. To conclude, the family is recognized by both the Constitution and the Civil Code as a fundamental social institution deserving of protection. Families nurture individuals, transmit values, provide support, and contribute to the development of communities and society. As future citizens and community leaders, let us appreciate the importance of strengthening family relationships and promoting family solidarity. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.